Hello again, YouTube. Truth Man here. Shout out to Charisma808 for the $5 cash app. He wants a content by request, which I'm doing right here. Charisma wants to know, how does one deal with isolation/loneliness? I believe like what I talked about earlier with the being shy. Like, I think all of those things stem from the misjudgment, misreading, and misunderstanding of people. What do I mean by this? Well, you got to look at both sides. When you feel those things like isolation, loneliness, you got to look at both sides. What if I had people around me that I didn't want around, that I didn't want to be around? So you got to look at both sides, and you got to relish, you got to learn how to have fun alone and relish the time you have by yourself. Like, y'all know I be watching horror movies around Halloween, man. So I've learned since I've been a kid to just amuse myself and have fun by myself, even though I grew up with a lot of other kids. Got a lot of associates/friends, but I don't need any of them. I'm mostly by myself. I'm almost always by myself. And I've been by myself so much through the years that I enjoy it. Like, I don't like to argue. I don't like to be insulted every second. I don't like to fight, which is what most people gonna do. I don't like those non-physical fights. Like, if you gonna be combative and confrontational towards me, but we can't fight, like if you're a woman or we at work or something, I'm gonna remove myself from you. Because the next thing, you not narcissistic, but you wanna believe within yourself that you add positivity everywhere you go. Like, I know that I'm being a great gift to others, sometimes at least. So when I'm present, it's like I look at it like I'm a beneficial person. It's how you view yourself too that will cause isolation to become a thing, or loneliness to become a thing. Like, and then you gotta, like I said, you gotta learn how to amuse yourself. You gotta learn how to have fun by yourself. Man, y'all know how many times I just went to a buffet a couple months ago. A buffet by myself, and I ate 3 plates, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Shit. Hey, man, I be eating, man. I ate 3 plates. Not one time did I feel loneliness or isolation, because I've learned, like, I'm not saying I never dealt with it, because I have. Like, I have in times past, but I learned how to deal with it because I learned it. Looking at the whole entire lens of a thing will help you keep things in perspective. You know and understand that a lot of these people is evil and they not worth your time, then you'll begin to relish more of that time you spend by yourself. You know, if somebody always looking at you with disdain or looking at you like something wrong with you, you know, I don't need them type of people around. I remember when I was in jailer's class, like for the old job, it's like I was all right with all of them in the class, but I was mostly by myself. I ate by myself. I went to the store by myself. You know, I talked to them a little bit. Even when they was in the gym playing basketball, I would just be over to the side, standing by myself, just watching, waiting for us to finish out what we had to do in the class. I've been this way my whole life, man. Like, a lot of y'all, it'd be harder if you go from having a lot of friends to not being around nobody. I always did stuff by myself. Like, I'll play the game. Sometimes I would play the game. I would hear all my friends outside. But I'll be in the house playing the game for hours and hours and hours. And sometimes I didn't even go outside. Let me tell y'all about this. I don't think I told y'all about this. So I used to, when we was kids in my neighborhood, we used to steal stuff. So I stole the Tecmo Bowl with Bo Jackson and all them, the Dolphins, with the guy with the full face mask in the front. I went in the store and I took that game. And it was a couple of us, and one of my cousins was like, "Hey, you sharing the game?" He said, "You sharing the game, man?" Because I was going to take it. I said, "We going to share this game." I agreed to it at first. When we got home, I was like, "Man, I ain't sharing ish." So he told on me. And my father didn't normally discipline me physically, but that day he did, and he tried to break the game. It was funny. He held the game against the wall, and he was punching the game. He put a big lump in the game. So, and told me to go upstairs. You ain't going outside. I was on the punishment for maybe like 1 or 2 days. And then I went to him and said, "Hey, Daddy, I done already got the game. Now, you think I can have it?" He gave me the game. Because I guess he felt he taught me a lesson anyway. So I'm like, man, is it going to even work? Because it had a lump right where it go in the Nintendo. I'm stuttering. Nintendo. So, but it worked. I was like, yes, it worked. So when it worked, man, I played that game all day. The first day, I didn't even go outside. It was dark outside and dark in my room. I still was playing it. Then the next day, I played it like half the day. And I heard them out there doing all kind of stuff, playing football, riding bikes, doing everything. I was playing the game. I didn't care what they was talking about. I used to have, and I told y'all this, I used to have whole football leagues of imaginary players and characters. Basketball league, expansion teams, all that, and I would carry out the games and commentate them at the same time. I always found ways to amuse myself. I had a whole wrestling league with make-believe character. I really could have been a wrestling writer, but I never pursued it. So I always found ways to amuse myself. Therefore, that pretty much limited the isolation and loneliness. When I was in college, I had a whole gang of dudes that loved being in my room, playing the game, playing around, joking around, all that. Sometimes I just liked it being by myself because I was so used to the times that I spent by myself. So this is why I tell y'all, if you're dealing with isolation and loneliness, this is what you do. Go a couple places by yourself. Do it until you start feeling it breaking, where you starting to get used to it. Go out to eat by yourself. Go for a walk by yourself. Go sit on the back porch by yourself. And just listen to the birds. See, me, I got hobbies. That's another thing. You need hobbies. Like, I got hobbies that I don't even do that much. Like, that I know over time as I get older, I'm going to spend more time. Like, I like to watch birds. I'm a bird watcher. So when I start really watching them, I want to be able to say what kind of bird it is. And look up the characteristics of them. Get you some pets, man. I'm going to tell you. You can't afford a dog. A dog is the best. I'm telling you, man. Don't get them foo-foos, though. Get you like a aggressive breed dog. They make wonderful companion slash friend. I don't want to say companion because that's pause, bestiality. But I'm telling you, a dog, no matter what, a dog is going to get used to you, and they're going to respect you, and they're going to love you, and you have fun with that dog. Like, find out what's fun doing with the dog, like throwing the ball. Like, y'all, some of the stuff y'all think is corny is excellent stress relief. Like flying kites. Man, I miss flying kites, man. Flying kites was so fun, man. Just seeing that kite all the way up there. Remote control cars, man. Y'all don't, it's so many things you can do. Remote control boat. Go to the water. Play with your remote control boat. You never too old to play with toys. See, y'all listening to another thing. You listening to the wrong people. They're creating loneliness because you dealing with and you listening to the wrong people. You got to be able to know who your associates are, who your friends are. You should be spending some time with, if a person is an associate, you should be spending some time. Like, for instance, I got an associate that I know where he works, so I go up there and I be talking to him. And when I hadn't, anytime I ain't been in there in a while, he'll call me and check up on me. Cause he's like practically a friend. But I say you ain't friends yet until you go and do something that costs money together. That's my opinion. But you gotta be able to enjoy, find out what you enjoy. Like, even if it was a show you like used to like to watch that don't come on no more, man, go watch. I still watch Martin. I was just watching the clip with Roscoe where Gina answered the door and he said the 80s Halloween thing. Trick or treat, smell my feet, give me something good to eat. And he was Roscoe. He said that's why we can't get nowhere as a people. Oh my goodness. You gotta watch funny stuff, man. Any comedian you think is funny. If he come to town, go by yourself. Go by yourself, man. And then that's a good way, I'm telling you, as far as trying to meet women, if you get fresh and you by yourself, they'll be more likely to talk to you than when you with your friends. They'll talk to you sometime when you with your friend, but they more likely to talk to you when you by yourself. So isolation, loneliness, for one, isolation is way easier to overcome. Just don't stay in the same place too long. Don't stay in the same place too long. If you know you be home by yourself X amount of hours, go right out that door and go do something and cut that time down. Cut that time down. If you buy some water, man, just go start fishing. Go buy you a rod. Learn how to tie the rod. On YouTube. YouTube will teach you anything. And just go cash a rod in there, get you like a beer or something. Especially if you close to water where you can have you a 6-pack and you ain't got to drive. Man, come on, man. Come on, man. Like, I be working a lot, but the longer my money get, the more time I have to do leisure things. And I mean, that's another thing. Like, you got social media, you got Facebook, Instagram. Like levy out your time. You know, just say, okay, I'm gonna be on Facebook, I'm gonna be on Messenger, I'm gonna be on here and there for a certain amount of hours. Then I'm gonna go outside, I'm gonna do some push-ups, I'm gonna go for a jog. If you can't go for a jog, then you just go outside, man. Go outside. Go outside. Like, if you like to cook, man, just start writing down creative recipes and just be trying them. You gotta balance out your time, because we only live once, man. We really don't have time for things like isolation and loneliness. You know? You say, I'm gonna have a kid. Oh, then she keep the kid from you. I could live by myself, man. Believe you me. I know how to entertain myself, and I know how to use other people for entertainment. I mix it up. But I can be by myself, man, because I was looking at, like I watched Halloween last night. I watched the one, I said, okay, I want to watch the one where they trapped him in the basement and burnt him up. So I watched that one. The one where he escaped from the mental home. I watched that one last night. I was going to watch Annabelle, but I got sleepy, so I went to sleep. You know, next thing, if you need people, you got to get out of that. I'm telling you, do some things by yourself. Write a book, do some things by yourself, and go from there. Go from there. Read that scripture. Pray. You know, just kind of balance out your day. And before you know it, it's going to be time to go to bed. It's going to be time to go to bed. You got to, a lot of times, another thing too, like when people start feeling lonely, it's because, like I said, they don't have enough that they do during those days. Like, I wouldn't care if you disabled. Go outside, even if it's in the back of your building or your house. Take a book out there. Go to Barnes & Noble. Everybody got Barnes & Noble. Go to Barnes & Noble, especially if you got one close. Let's say you don't drive, just go up to Barnes & Noble. Go to your local library. Like, I be in the library print stuff. I be like, man, I can't wait till I got more time so I can just come in here. Like, not too long ago, I was in there just reading books and stuff. But that's just how I do it. I got hobbies. I have interests. I focus more on my hobbies and my interests. Like me, I love watching TV every chance I get. I call it lineup, like where I watch